So, I know I said that my next video would be on the next Hope Squad member, but since I want to do something different, I decided to talk about something I liked: Pokémon. I'm not here to redesign bad Pokémons or talk about my own Pokémon region though. I'm here to talk about the Pokémon anime. Back when the games were first created, they decided to make an anime to advertise it. It's only a comic tactic, and it's very common for many franchises. But unlike most of these cases, the Pokémon anime always had good writing. The protagonist Ash Ketchum was filled with charisma, he wanted to be a Pokémon master, and he traveled all around the world to catch many Pokémon. He met iconic companions and faced formidable rivals. It was amazing seeing how much he matured and developed. That is, until Gen 5 arrived. To explain simply what happened on Gen 5, I'm going to compare the Pokémon anime to another franchise, Winx Club. Both the seasons 1 to 4 of Winx and Gens 1 to 4 of Pokémon share many similarities. They introduce their world to the audience, present many interesting characters, and develop them. They are also not afraid of delving into mature topics. But then they both went downhill due to Gen 5 and Seasons 5 and 7. They both retconned a lot of things to appeal to younger audiences, throw their development on the trash, and made the characters revert to their original ages. The meme is real, everyone. Ash Ketchum is forever 10 years old now. I will admit, though, that the Gen 5 anime of Pokémon is more entertaining than whatever came from Winx Club after Season 5. Due to these disappointments, many fans that were dissatisfied decided to rewrite their own shows, and the Pokémon fandom had the luck of having Zanolith. Zanolith, with all his creativity, rewrote the Pokémon anime from Gens 5 to 7. Journeys is coming soon. He changed a lot. Ash's Pokémon teams, he allowed Ash to grow up, changed many battles, and even swapped some companions. Since Ash ended up growing up in the Xenoverse, something I even asked him recently to make sure, I really wanted to redesign him, especially since I don't like his black and white design. I will also be designing in Special Pikachu. I'll have a spoilers-free part where I only talk about the initial changes to the structure, and a spoilery part where I talk about some elements of the climax. The Ash part will be spoiler-free, and the Special Pikachu part will have some heavy spoilers. Besides allowing Ash to grow up, Zanolith also took some very risky decisions. He swapped Iris for Hilda as Ash's companion, but kept Iris on the story, giving her a similar role to Corina on the XY anime. He also finally gave something for Silent to do. To replace the contests of Gen 3 to 4, which were heavily missed by the audience on the original Gen 5 anime, Zanolith created evaluation competitions for Silent to participate, which made the season a lot more dynamic. He also did what many of us wanted and added Annie way earlier on the story. He also added Hilbert, Charon, and other game characters to the story. He also solved the issue with Ash once again having a fire-type starter with a sad backstory. Now, someone else has a topic, but again, this is a spoiler and I will talk about it on the next part. But the best thing he did was probably the fact that he kept Ash and Pikachu as the amazing battlers that they were in Diamond and Pearl. And he actually managed to make Trip work as a rival. I wish he made Georgia one of Ash's rivals though, since I thought their battles were really cool, but that's okay. The cast would have probably felt crowded if he added more rivals. Now, talking about my design for Black and White Ash, I decided to change everything. A pattern that I noticed on the past regions is that Ash's outfits always had the color of the region's box art Pokémon. He had red, blue, and green on Kanto Arc, green, red, and blue on the Hoenn Arc, dark blue, white, and yellow on the Sinnoh Arc, and then on Gen 5, he barely had black and white. Besides, since his outfit looks a lot like Hilbert's and Hilbert is here in the Xenoverse, that needed to change. So, since the theme of black and white are opposites, balance, and battle of ideologies, I ended up having a lot of ideas for the design. The shirt is supposed to represent a checkboard, although, as my friend pointed out, it does look like a spilpa. I guess it can work as a foreshadowing for the next region in this case, which I guess it does. The hat has the symbol of yin and yang. I chose it because it represents the concept of opposites and balance, which has everything to do with the specific section of the anime. The hat and the pants are blue and red because these are very important colors to the characters. I just swapped them because the hat is usually red and the pants are usually blue. I made him taller because he's 15 here. Also, just wanted to state that Ash's hair is very hard to draw. The PNG versions can be found on my Tumblr. Now, on to the next part. Now that I can talk about spoilers, oh my gosh, the Zekrom Pikachu is the coolest addition ever. I always thought that Greninja being the one to get a power-up due to a special bond was unfair because Ash and Pikachu have been here ever since the beginning of the anime and they are probably the closest duo ever. So, to my surprise and happiness, Zanolith solved it. And he finally took advantage of that nonsensical Zekrom appearance on the first episode of Black and White. I also thought that it was really cool Ash and Anne's rivalry. Some of Diamond and Pearl's highest point was how Ash and Paul's ideologies clashed, and here with Ash and Anne, we have again. Except it is a lot more serious since the entire region is in danger. I also liked how Oshawott was his ace here and how he managed to get to Samurott. Ash's water-type Pokémon rarely evolve and the only ones that did are Kingler and Greninja. And I appreciate that Snivy managed to evolve and that Ash ended up catching a Darumaka. It all made his team a lot better and Pheasant was finally treated with some respect. But Ash is not the only highlight this season. Silent and Hilda's journey were really innovative in comparison to all of the other companions. And all of this because they actually managed to achieve their dreams. In all of their seasons, the companions managed to arrive really close to their destination, but end up losing on the final moment. Also that they can keep traveling with Ash into the league, and so that they can have more journeys off screen. But Zanolith managed to prove that the writers would be able of doing all that without keeping them from winning. However, the best change in this whole season was Ash's non-embarrassing performance at the league. In canon, the writers made Ash lose against one of the worst trainers of all time, Cameron. I see people complaining about Ash's loss at Kalos at all time, but how he managed to lose against Cameron? Zanolith was fair to the character and allowed him to arrive at the final two. He still lost, but with dignity. Now, speaking a little bit about the design, Zekrom Pikachu was not that hard to create. I only added Zekrom elements to Pikachu, like giving him the school wings, that I think are aesthetical, because I can't remember Zanolith stating if Pikachu could fly in this form, but whatever, who cares. And I made Pikachu's eyes like Zekrom. It's my first time drawing a Pokémon, so sorry if the result's not that good. Again, the designs are on my Tumblr. I plan on designing more Xenoverse characters, that is, if Zanolith doesn't try to take this video down, but please Zanolith, don't do it. I did it for fun and I really like the story you're creating and I'm really excited for journeys. But for today, that's it. Follow, subscribe and comment.